This is really around learning from that journey and picking out the bits where we think the future is headed.
I think it's quite important for all of us to really understand that our function and the leadership, let's say, the leadership position that we have within our teams is changing rapidly, right? As business development professionals. So I think now more than ever, we have to see ourselves as really the face of the company and the face of the strategy of the company, both inwardly and outwardly, and have to really be agents of change for the companies that we work in order to accelerate their growth, in order to ensure long-term sustainability, in order to ensure long-term outcomes.
With many colleagues probably also behind the screen that are facing all the same challenges that we are facing now with this, let's say, post-pandemic or still pandemic situation. So I think we have been forced to behave in a much more flexible way, and also to consider somehow unexpected partnerships and in record time. And maybe just to recall, at the very beginning of the just 1 month before after the lockdown, we had this massive alliance from JSK and Sanofi to work together to fight for this COVID-19 vaccine. But of course, this is just one of these glamorous examples. We have many others as we have been part of. And of course, also there have been a number of important returns there, not only for companies like, of course, BioNTech, Moderna, as we have seen, but for those players that have moved fast, that have been agile, that have been risk-taking, and for example, offering their manufacturing capabilities also to vaccine suppliers. They have increasingly, I mean, their shares price have gone up high, and also their valuation. So I think also these turbulent times has brought many interesting opportunities for companies that have been moving smart out there.
Certainly COVID challenged the status quo, changing the way of millions of people live and work, and transforms ourselves and the way we had made business. So we finally were able to connect virtually, and connect virtually let us show us that it's easy to go through many countries and to touch many geographies that you haven't ever done before. New ecosystems really gave a great potential to capitalize opportunities, to force us to move faster than ever. So I think that this COVID just bring to us some opportunities that we have never seen before, and we need to go for it.
Maybe one question, and that could be something for discussing later, is all these things that we have learned about partnering fast, about being agile, about being also a bit exploring new ways. Will this remain beyond COVID-19 topics? And I'm not so sure about that. So let's hear to see what the audience has to say. I think that, of course, we have all closed deal digitally in 2020, and we have adapted to this new way of partnering. But I have the feeling that we have been benefiting from all those years before, all these building physical relationships, being around in partnering events, creating an important network, knowing companies. So I think this has helped a lot in this digital and Zoom closing deals. So I figure out that if this has to be longer sustainable in time, that we really have to just go pure digital, there will be probably taking longer to build this alignment, build this trust.
So really the key takeaways as we think about leadership and you think about the roles you've had in your organizations, it's worth reminding ourselves that strategic change begins first with ourselves. And so make bold decisions, make them bigger and make them faster. These could be around portfolio and pipeline in terms of engaging, acquisitions, or divestitures. Uh, it's worth reimagining the normal way of working. And the new normal is obviously different to the old normal, but fundamentally, teams work and perform best when they feel that they're engaged. So use digital technology, use everything to ensure that that engagement piece is high.
Very honestly, take advantage of the opportunities, because while of course there's been some significant obstacles that have been brought about, and we've discussed them, right? Or you alluded to them clearly, some of the potential supply delays. I think the regulatory hurdles that, in my opinion, probably affect us the most. At the same time, there's also been some regulatory openings, right? So as we've seen, many agencies that perhaps did not consider or would not consider certain filings from certain geographies now are a lot more willing to do so in the COVID world, right? And I truly believe that that's going to be a long-lasting impact to a potentially more connected and more open world.